Hey, Corsair, hello. How we doing, man? What are you doing? Ooh, right, let's go. Done and done. Off to the kitchen. 1 second. Let me get the hair out. Hair out. Hey, Dolan, hello. Good morning. Good morning. Ooh, right. The slipper zone. Cool the tiles, the cool tiles, Whoop. There we go. Oh, there we go. And nice, sacred, nice. The pixel piracy. What's that? Oh, what's that? Alright. There we go. There we go. Whoop. Oh, the balcony. They should be quite warm even. Alright, let's get some water and get some coffee. Let's go. This. Alright, this Vietnamese actually. Ran out of milk. And it's day off tomorrow, day after tomorrow, so that's when I'm gonna get the milk. Or I will probably forget. But we'll see. We are a town day off after all. It's good, That is good, Alright. The Little Pirate Roguelike, not on Steam, I see, some ding stuff then. It is on Steam. Can find it, maybe it consists of something that you have filtered. Maybe it has anime title or something in the tags. Maybe you can see it because you own it. But there is no store page because it was renewed or something, you know. Could be. Could be ignored, yeah. Maybe you saw it on the discovery queue. Didn't find it interesting. And just ignored it. There we go. Oh, there we go. Alright. There it is. And there it is. Alright. Hey dog, so good morning. How are you doing? How is it going? There we go. All right. Get this. Do I have any here? Maybe a bit. Goes to waste. Nothing goes to waste. And the piracy looks kind of dank. It's probably some Giga Boomer stuff, like Sacred likes it. Should be something antique. See, look, so let's see. Cat screaming into the void. I like that. They like that. Super way to think. I mean, I'm gonna pretend that I'm lying. Some 2015. Well, I mean, Boomer is not like it's old, but you know, it's trying to look old or something. It's trying to be Boomer. That just like opened me a new perspective on the Be Boomer emote. It's not just the Kikona or anything like. It's actually Be a Boomer. Deep. The deep emote lore. Alright. Is that good? It's the commies. The commies, of course. Alright, wash the grinder. The condensed milk. Condensed milk. Classic. The local classic. The sugary one. If you have non-sugary one, that's even better, because you can add more. Basically, I think like the natural, usual condensing is being achieved by just adding sugar, though. That's how it's getting condensed and then stored for a while. Sure, there are other ways, without some crazy chemistry. Alright, cleaning the grinder some more. There we go. Done. The same as normal milk? Really? Like liquid? What's the point of, you know, calling it condensed even then, if it's liquid? It's supposed to be a gooey and everything. Dev came back and announced the DLC. I mean, is it released from early access already? Like, is it full release? Because, like, if it's full release, then, I mean, that's fine, right? Yeah, okay. Well, he released the game, you know. People played it and everything. And now it's time for DLC. What's the problem with that? And what's with disappearing there? I mean, you made the game, you released the game, you moved on somewhere. It's not like you have like, I don't know, Forspoken, you know, devs hanging out with the community and stuff. DLCs are never fine. I mean, true, I agree with you. But we sadly don't live in the perfect world, eh? So DLCs be DLCs, you know. Let's go. Pre-orders, and what did you do with Hogwarts, damn son? He got him. You got him. You got him there. Yeah, there's a lot of things that are not good, but you know, they already be happening. Hey, you either go full principle mode and boycott it and everything, or you accept it, you know. And considering nothing is changing, at this point I already just rather accept it and enjoy the games. Let's go. Well, the Naughty Dog job openings hints that studio might be working on more multiplayer projects. Another one, not the Last of Us one, apparently. Alright. Yeah, the PS5 sales jumped 200% across Europe last month. The improvement of supply, man. Everyone's going ham. Everyone finally getting their PlayStation 5s. Years after. The years after. China's semi-official games trade body is calling for more restrictions on young people playing video games. Damn, son. How much more you can? Is it like already like hour per day or something? And I'm pretty sure like the rating restrictions and stuff are also like a little bit more, how do you say, enforced there. Yeah, Dead Island 2 Gone Gold, gonna be out 1 week earlier even. We'll see, we'll see. It's hour 2 per day, yeah. Forspoken actually got the second line in the chart of January PS Store in Japan. Damn, son. Well, the first position was Monster Hunter Rise. Alright. I guess it was not very competitive month since Rise, I think, on PlayStation already available for a while, wasn't it? Or was it actually in January on all consoles and stuff? I guess it wasn't. And then Square Enix and the whole market. Imagining all the Japanese people expecting, like, you know, the typical Square Enix stuff, and they got Forspoken instead. Don't like Dead Space, yeah, it seems like it. Alright, system requirements and release time of Wild Hearts, 16 GB RAM, RX 5700 XT or RTX 2070. I'll see. Well, we'll see how that one will go. I'm kind of not interested, but I'm curious to observe. The author of mod with female genitals for Witcher 3 said that CDPR didn't ask for any permission to use his work in the updated version of the game. Imagine. How did he even like manage to get like the modded version into the remaster? No, si, I see. 70 bucks a year game skip. I mean, not false, not false. And then across all the Europe, best-selling title FIFA. What a twist, man. What a twist. Chinese regulators hand out 87 new video game licenses in February. They pumping. There was one recently already. They started pumping some, I say. Yeah, Jeff Grubb says that all games of Metroid Prime trilogy will get the Switch release. I mean, it kind of makes sense. Why not? Cider says that Ubisoft currently doesn't have any plans for the Division 3. Dude, they fucked up the Division 2 already. Why would you need more? Why would you need more? Just not detailed cogs there too. I mean, not full, yeah, why not? That's the problem with that. And creators of Skyrim Together are already making a multiplayer mod for Hogwarts Legacy. There's already the test build. The fuck? The Black History Month selection of streamers on the front page is only for US, not globally. Why? Why not? You don't want to celebrate black creators in other countries and regions? But that doesn't sound right, Twitch. Let's see what else. The pre-orders for The Last of Us for PC are open now. A regular and extended edition. And also Firefly edition for $100 with Steelbook and 4 comic books. In honor of Valentine's, Blizzard launched the dating sim with Overwatch 2 characters that you can play in browser. Every date takes around half an hour, and players can get a secret ending with some rewards for the game. Damn son. Microsoft confirms that Game Pass cannibalizes sales. Well, I mean, that was quite obvious. And the Dune Survival, yeah. It's like Friday, let's go. Well, which one for First Look Friday? Which one? Yeah, right. One tick. Now the dating game. Kick. That I'll need to even know the characters in Overwatch. Yeah, I know some, but I haven't followed that in forever. Can you imagine knowing that? Greedy with filthy again. Classic. There we go. Alright. Alright. It's kind of quiet. I was like, where's the music? It's just kind of quiet sometimes, alright. Damn dog, so then. Gotta get the Dune book. You should, you should. You should get it indeed. During the interview on Fox Business, Bobby Kotick said there is nothing proprietary about Call of Duty's premise and suggested PlayStation has the resources to make a competitor if it wanted to. I mean, that's not false. Damn clapping. That'll be quite the art there. That'll be complicated. Maybe one day, maybe one day. How indie publisher Hooded Horse aims to do a right by developers. That we're gonna read. That we're gonna read on Sunday. Hooded Horse we respect. That's for sure. And that I'm gonna put in the list. The Giga Horse. Alright. Let's say get the first one and then see how it goes. I haven't read stuff after the first one. I know what's happening there pretty much though, because I was looking into that stuff for like the game's sake and everything. And you know, sometimes you get a bit too deep into encyclopedias about stuff. So I guess I kind of spoiled a little bit of that stuff to myself. And yeah, worth is kind of like debatable. Progressively get even more dank, yeah. And the thing is, it's also kind of all about, you know, and the cool part for me about Dune is the world building, right? The universe. But then kind of the plot and stuff mostly becomes just kind of like a bunch of like political stuff. So it's like, you know, a lot of talking, a lot of that kind of shit. I mean, sure, you can get that one. How many books were like by the Frank Herbert? 4? I think one after one. There's like Sinners of Dune or whatever. I don't remember the English names. That one should be, I think, kind of the last one of his. And the rest was already kind of like his son writing. Was there one more his and then son? I don't remember. But yeah, you should get it. Why not? Maybe you'll get to the rest too. Especially since there's gonna be like a bunch of stuff based on Dune, seems like. We might as well. Escape from Tarkov's devs forbid to use a filter of a DWM Alute. There's a special filter for monitors. It's like some contrast settings or anything that shows the loot better or something. It's not even like the cheat exactly, it's just like the settings for the monitor or something. I don't know, like filter. Well, I guess it is kind of cheap then because it's not, you know, hardware stuff on the monitor. It's kind of like some software that adds a filter on the monitor, I guess. Yeah, what a time to be alive, man. Twitch is looking to hire several TwitchCon producers for NA and Paris, including a director of events, a role that oversees all TwitchCon related things. And that's like 5 months away. At this point, even less probably. I mean, it's summer, right? So technically it can be kind of 5 months. That seems kind of sus. That seems kind of sus. Let's see, Steve. Let's see. Do it. Do it. Yeah, at some point, I can cheat actually. I can get that coffee machine that prints the pictures. There was one like that actually was when I was going to get the visa for TwitchCon 2019, I think. Yeah, I think so. Like on the way back from there, I went to like the big mall here. I wanted to buy some like some better clothes for that stuff, basically, because I got my visa like one day before I already was going, pretty much like the very last day. So I was like, well, shit, I need to get something, more decent to wear, instead of t-shirts and stuff. So I went to like the mall on the way back home, and that was like the food court and everything. It's like weird mall, weird food court because it's like all over the place. Like it's a huge fucking mall, and it's not like one, food court with everything. It's just like a bunch of stuff everywhere, and you don't know where the shit is. So it's just like, bro, what to eat? Some stuff looks kind of fancy and shit. And then it was the Black Star Burger. It's like our local rapper with his like label or something. And he also like lately, more than rapping, I think he's doing some fast food and everything. I think he got his own like our answer to KFC and stuff like a couple of years ago. He had his own burgers. So I was like, well, let's try. Haven't tried before, might as well, I guess. So I got like a bunch of stuff and got coffee there too. And like they give me the coffee and there's like his face fucking printed on like the cappuccino foam. I'm like, dude, imagine having ego that big, dude, that you print your fucking face in your restaurants on the coffee. Like, what the fuck, man? Kind of okay burgers actually. A bit overpriced, I would say though. A bit overpriced, but was alrighty. Was alrighty. And not super overpriced, like not restaurant prices, but yeah, compared to like your average chains, a bit too much. A bit too much. And the rapping about burgers, I probably did already too, maybe. They used to be like one of the few, I guess, kind of mainstream rappers here. Nowadays, I think it's on just business stuff, I would say. And the chain is kind of big already at this point. Been there like once since then. Kind of decent, but quite chunky in price. Well, which is pretty much all the burgers around here, really. Unless you go for some like basic things, the cheapest options. But yeah, they have like this like coffee machine, and it makes coffee, and then on top of the foam, it kind of prints whatever you want, basically. So instead of like doing like fancy art, hey Perry, hello, on your own, which is tricky. Like I actually have no idea. Like you pretty much kind of need to know how to even like pour and everything. I'm not sure if we will be able to do like this. I mean, it should be doable at home too. The foam might be not the best for that. Like you need actually, kind of like more like liquid foam for that. How they do it in coffee places. What they do is just like with the coffee that was poured into foam, and in that machine, I don't even know. Is it also with coffee, or do they use maybe like some coffee dust or like cacao dust or something, a chocolate dust maybe, and they just like print the whatever picture you want on the coffee foam, basically. Now, if everything you could print there, it was his face, like, bro. The ego, the ego. Creators of Layers of Fear and Silent Hill 2 Remake announced the start of the work on new project called Project M. Another one. Another one from a Bluebird team, alright. Let's see, what else do we have? GDC starting or something. So many tweets like clogging the feed. Yeah, the Game Pass sales cannibalizing only for a year. So like sales of games that are being added to Game Pass, they only for a year dropping, and then after that everything kind of goes back to normal. Metroid Prime Remastered is the latest title to omit developers from its credits, in this case, original 2002 team. Well, that's quite weird, eh? But it's also quite weird if imagine we're gonna have like things remastered like 10 times over. Like, you know, like we have like Dark Souls remasters, then like in other like 8 years or something, we'll get Dark Souls remastered, you know, a re-remastered. And then again and again and again, like how much like the credits will be if every remaster gonna be putting like the people in there. The laptop prices should drop here. Interesting. Huge supply. I mean, that's probably never gonna happen. Like they have a huge supply of unsold ones. 1 million unsold laptops. So they assume the price is gonna drop, but knowing how things work here, nah. Maybe I'll get one for moving and everything, and maybe to use a streaming PC as an option too. And reviews critics positively receiving Wild Hearts. The open world is nice to explore. All right. That sounds kind of like a little weird. Positive things to put there. Because like I don't think the game is exactly about the exploring the open world that much. It's more about the fights with the bosses. And if you in the game like that, mark specifically just the open world, that sounds kinda not very good. Let's at least find something to praise in the game, you know. Let's put it that way. Oh, so hello. Oh, so Overwatch 2 accused of deliberately misleading players with the newest battle pass. Another
Have
one.
a good day, nerdy, and thanks
shit.
for the streams.
Thank you, Nifran. Thank you, sir. Appreciate a lot. Thank you, man. Thank you, thank you. Hello, Nifran. How's life? Let's see, let's see. Alright. The console's version of Redfall will have the support of keyboard and mouse. Damn, son. In console versions. Interesting. How's it going, Nifran? How you, Petty, by the way? How's the life? A bit tired. I see, I see. Happens, happens. That happens. I'm gonna survive. I gotta survive a bit more. Twitch partners, a March odds incentive offers dropped 2 days early. Brother. Everything is dropping 1 year late already for me here. Relax. Actually, I saw Triz's tweet about it. What was it? For his stream, I think it was from 50 cents to 90 cents for 1 hour. So basically, 100, what was it? 100 and 186 or something like this dollars per month for him, pretty much. For odd incentive, huh? Insane, dude. I mean, I have to say it's still better than whatever was happening before the odd incentive program happened, because remembering when I still, back in the day, I used to, you know, get paid, that was probably like 20, 30 bucks per month from odds. Actually, no, maximum was at I think once on the peak season around the holiday time was 50, I think, like 40 something. I think that was the maximum. That was before, you know, before the war and shit. Well, before like I even stopped getting money, right? Technically, odd money is still there, but there's just like this much. That was before Auto got nerfed, before regional prices got nerfed, before a bunch of stuff. Basically, was in the good times, you know. In the very best times, it was 50, around that, 40 something. So like getting like 200 is, you know, quite an improvement, I would say. And obviously his stats for stream also bigger, like the average viewership and everything. But back then I also had like he showed like 200 average, I think. Back then when I had like 50, I had like 100 average probably. So it's still, you know, 2 times more views, but 4 times more money. And that was in holiday season. In holiday season right now, odd incentive was actually kind of good. I don't think anyone was complaining about it. It's after the holiday season when, you know, advertisement market completely disappears for a few months. That's when the lower one's happening. So I don't think it's even that bad, really. I mean, you also kind of need to run those odds a bunch, though, more than usual. But still. I think memes hello. Them emotes, man. Them emotes. There is a bunch there indeed, eh? A bunch there indeed, eh? The main issue with all this odd incentive stuff is that it's gonna be getting worse. Well, it's good, but it's gonna be getting only worse. As in more time you need to roll odds in, and less money you will be getting there. Ika Geek, hello. How we doing, man? But at least you're getting something to them. You always need to look on things from different perspectives, you know. Run odds or don't, you don't get shit here. So that is already improvement over this situation. Sons of the Forest is ahead of Starfield in the most wishlist games in Steam now. No one wants your fucking Starfield, hello. What is that? Dead game. No one fucking cares. It's all about the Sons of the Forest now. That's the good shit. True clapping, true. Yeah, I'm not sure if there is any. I'm not sure if there is any. Yeah, Starfield 2 Canel there. Let's see. Suddenly sun. Damn sun. Damn sun. First game super jank. I mean, sorta, yeah. I'm actually not sure why. That is one of those also, like, you know, weird I think that's probably also part of the reason why everyone is doing those like survival games and everything. You can see something like super jank and it's just like big for no particular reason. Like the one that we saw on Sunday, kind of like grounded, but a bit different. Also with like some small, you know, insects and everything, animals and stuff. But like kind of more different stuff to do. Like you can tame them, mount them, you know, get some gliders and stuff. It's like pretty much the same shit. So many people like, you know, Was it already out with reviews, or was it just a bunch of wish lists on that one in some stats? I don't remember, but basically it's like it's also huge and expected a lot, but already played a lot. And then there was also another one, kind of like Raft also, like also like some Giga Jing stuff. Like your average, just like the interface is kind of like Rust all over again. You know, everything is the same you saw like so many times already. Still so many people want that stuff. It's crazy, dude. Eh? Still considered one of the best survival games. I say, I say. Huh? Still hate it, alright. Blood Bowl 3 might be the most faithful Warhammer video game ever made. Damn, son. Very close to the tabletop counterpart, apparently. Kingdom Come Deliverance is 5 years old today. Actually, I was it yesterday, really. And you got the new special trailer, huh? Oh yeah, in the PC voice acting actually, in Czech and Japanese. So that's what was the patch yesterday. The 5 years anniversary. The media found out that the day before studio has atmosphere. Oh, even like basically the atmosphere of despair. But they have the atmosphere of despair there, and they also have a huge turnover. That I could tell for sure. Development is a full chaos because of incompetent management. Yeah, that's the thing. Like it's not a scam. It's just like they don't even know how to approach that stuff. Like huge expectations, huge probably budgets, and they don't know what to do. You know, the turnover is indeed really crazy. I mean, I can see why though too. Like they had troubles even before, and now you know all the devs, everyone pretty much out of the country now. So yeah, probably a bunch of their devs too. So like finding someone else here will be a pain. So they either need to move, which they maybe did actually, I'm not sure. Also to another country and try to recruit there. And it's also not that simple. So yeah, I can see that they have a huge turnover. I saw like job openings last year. I remember like checking like the game dev related stuff regularly, and they had openings there like for like writers and stuff, and they like no experience, nothing. And those were open for a while with a lot of people. Like you can see like amount of people applied, like crazy numbers. The Cyprus-based studio, I mean, everyone is. As soon as something like as soon as something in any like our like past Soviet states succeeds, they all peace out. Like ATEM RPG was like based also here, Ukrainian people, Russians, Baltic countries. There was like a bunch of stuff, a bunch of people from all over the place, and now they all in Cyprus too. As soon as the first game, you know, succeeded, when I was getting through the grad already, key, it was already signed, you know, with the Cyprus address and everything. Everyone's peacing out. Well, now it's sometimes not Cyprus. Sometimes it's like Adines, which is now Fulcrum. They are in Georgia, I think now. Well, actually, they in many places. They have like Polish office, some other offices, but yeah, like all office that was here, I think all in Georgia now. All right, this we saw. D2. Alright, nothing else then. Alright, go back to the PC. Beautiful, beautiful place, yeah. Indeed. Well, I mean, it is actually, though. Kinda is. Well, it's the one that was kinda like meta, and that was easy to get. It still kinda is, really. If you have money. Of course, that's the thing. Okay, a couple of 100,000 dollarinos. You are absolutely fully welcome. No problemos there. Alright, so let's go. There's one more demo to play. Then we'll see if there will be some time left. Can do some dinker maybe for a bit.